Alright, you guys, I know I look a little crazy right now. I'm just gonna tell you guys a quick story about my pregnancy. I know that I don't even remember the last time I vlogged actually, and to be honest with you guys. So I'm gonna go really quick about the story of my pregnancy, going to labor and everything. It was Labor Day weekend, it was Sunday night, and we were here at my parents' house, me and my partner or whatever. And so we got home around like 10, almost 11 o'clock at night, and we were at my partner's aunt's house. They had like a pool party and everything, and I was actually in my bathing suit. I was pregnant and I was in the pool because my oldest wanted to be inside the pool or whatever, and he was like, okay, I'll just walk. Like, there was this one part of the pool where there was like a chair, and I was just sitting there dangling my feet or whatever, and just enjoying myself inside the pool. And then there was this one part where it's like a jacuzzi, and I set myself over there for a little bit to warm myself up because I was kind of cold. So I got up and got dressed or whatever, and then we got home around like around 10, 11 o'clock. So we slept for like an hour or two, I don't remember. So like literally right when we got home, it was like a couple of hours and we barely slept. And so it was like around 1 o'clock, and I was like, and I thought, because I was like half asleep, I was like touching my butt because it was wet, and I thought it was just probably like you know me peeing in my sleep or whatever, in my dream or something like that. And I was like, okay, whatever, and I let it go for a few minutes. I touched my butt again, and so I was like, oh shoot, my water broke. My water broke. In my head I was like, oh my god. I got up so quick, and so my oldest son was laying on the by the wall, and my partner was on the other edge where like you can walk through and stuff. And so I got up, and I was in the middle, so I got up on the edge of the bed, and where your foot is, I got towards that end. And so once I got up, I woke up my partner, like, hey, my water broke, my water broke. I was trying to whisper because my oldest was right there sleeping with us, and I was like, my water broke, my water broke. I was over here shaking him like, yo, my fucking water broke. And so he finally stood up. He was in shock. You could literally see in his face he was fucking shocked as hell. So that happened. We rushed into the hospital. It took like 30 minutes because the hospital was like far or whatever. My water's still breaking. Like, my water was like still leaking inside, like on the passenger seat while we were going to the hospital. So we finally got admitted, and I was on a wheelchair. They put all these like bracelets, like hospital bracelets, on my wrist and everything, like the fall risk one, and then the one that's like they scan your one of them to see, like, to see the baby that is like the same code as yours and everything, and all these fucking bracelets. And they finally got me to this labor, like the labor and delivery section, after they had admitted me with all these bracelets and stuff in that one room with all like questioning me and all that stuff. And so all these like these two nurses are the best ones. Like, they were like, I love them both dearly. Like, they were just there like calming me down and everything, like everything's gonna be okay and all that stuff. So they put me in this labor and delivery room, and they had this little I forgot the name of it. It was like this little pouch with like clear liquids on there, and then they stuck it in my arm right here with the vein. And the nurse was like, oh, you're really good because your blood pressure is fine. We can be able to inject you with like the freaking thing, I don't know what it's called, the little clear pouch that's next to you, like wherever you had to go. If you had to go walk down the hallway, you had to bring it with you. I forget the name of it, but yeah, like after you get pregnant or whatever, you walk down the aisle to see if you're okay, like exercise or something. Yeah, so they put that in me, and then they had put like this little heart thing on my finger, on my index finger and all that stuff. So it was around, probably we got to the hospital at like 2 o'clock, because we left the house at 1 something and we got there at 2 something. And so all these like doctors, like it was like a couple of doctors and a bunch of nurses in my room, just like walking back and forth. And There's one pediatrician, the two nurses that was with me the whole time, like that was doing the blood pressure on me and everything. And there's some other nurses I don't even remember. Oh, the nurses that admitted me and everything to this one room. Um, yeah, so it was already 4 o'clock. Well, it was about to be 4 o'clock. I'm pretty sure it was like three something. I'm over here pushing and pushing. My contraction was like getting harder and harder and harder. And so once they told me to keep pushing, because I don't even know when to push, so they told me to push. They're the one telling me to push, and I can't feel my contractions. So I was just laying there on my hospital bed, and I asked one of my nurses to be like, I need an epidural, like it hurts so bad, like, but she told me like it will take 30 minutes to take, like, to be ready to put it on my back and everything, and it was already too late. By the time I had asked, I'm already pushing. And so they told me to push, like I'm already dilated to push. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine, I can do it. I'm gonna just push out the baby with no medicine, with no medication or whatever, or no anesthesia. So I just keep on pushing and pushing. While I was pushing, my partner was asleep on the couch that was by the window, and he didn't know I was pushing already until I was screaming the hell out of my fucking lungs, on my throat. I was pushing hard and hard, and I was screaming, ah, ah. And so he finally got up, and the moment I knew he was next to me, it's because I figured that his hand was holding on to mine, and I can feel like I was squeezing the hell out of his hand, like literally squeezing it like a freaking marshmallow. You know how, like, that hard. And then so I was pushing and pushing and pushing. If my baby finally came out, I didn't even know he came out because he wasn't even crying. You know, normally newborn babies, they cry, and so he didn't cry. The only time he cried was when they did his footprints on a little card or whatever, and then when they weighed him on the little scale. And so I was like, okay, is he okay? I was like, in the back of my, is he okay or whatever? And then after they did all that, we did like the touch thing, like, you know, skin to skin for the baby and the mom. And then we did that, and then after me, they gave the baby to my partner, and then they did the skin to skin as well, so they would know who's the mom and dad are. And yeah, so after that, they finally, like, while they were doing that, I kid you not, the doctor was fixing my vagina, and I remember every little detail. Like, he was taking out of the placenta. It was like 5 pieces of them. Like, each one, it will go from bigger, like it'll go big, and then it'll go smaller to small, to like the smallest one, until he gets to the fifth and last placenta that was inside of my body. Be right back. Okay. He was drinking his milk. Anyways, so this is him. He's 2 months old. He's big. He had weighed 6 pounds 2 ounces from his birthday. Actually, his birthday was on Labor Day, on the 6th of September. And what did I was talking about? I forgot what I was talking about earlier, but the moment, like, oh yeah, the placenta. So the doctor put out like 5 little pieces of placenta out of my body. Like, each one will go bigger, and it'll go little by little, and then a little smaller. Like, it'll go bigger to smaller, each piece that he took out of my body. And so that was like, oh my god, and I could see like his gloves was like covered with blood and everything. And so they weighed the placenta because I wanted to donate it to other people or whatever. So they scale it and everything and did all that, and then they cleaned me up, and that's basically it. I don't know what actually happened, but I know for a fact that I was there for like a day or two. probably just a day, and they discharged me, and that's basically it. He is a very good baby. He does not cry. The only thing that he cries for is when he's sleepy or when he wants milk. And but that's basically it. He just ate. He just ate, and his doctor was just the other day on Saturday, and what did he weigh? He weighed 6 pounds on his birth. So now he's 10 pounds and he's getting big. Sorry, he has a scratch, and this is how he looks like. For you guys who want to see. So he scratched his face. He had scratched his face. So that's why he has a scratch by his eyebrow. And he smiles here and there, especially in his sleep. Like an angel is probably like visiting him or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that's basically like my birth story. I really didn't get to record it because I was going through some stuff, and I didn't get to bring my camera, and I didn't like yeah. And yeah, this is my big baby. His name is Josiah, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time, even though I look like a hot mess. And yeah, see you guys next time.